Rasputin?
It's a high worm god. He's called Zol, and he's going to tear apart Rasputin unless we act fast.
What can we do?
Head to the power station. I've got a plan to take him down, but I need your help.
I usually don't use that subclass too often, so...
Oh shit, I came down at the wrong time.
Stay alive.
Oh, nope.
Damn it.
Oh, kidding me. It threw me right into a wall. There was no stopping it.
We're going to use the Valkyrie. You're getting pretty good with it. But it still needs more power.
Oh, good.
Overload Rasputin's core, then soak up the excess energy with the javelin.
It's gonna do it again.
So we were done.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah, no kidding. Only thing that sucks is that I use super down. So we're gonna regen that before we got down.
We can take our time. Unless Blueberry gets there.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it, it looks like. It's fine.
Open the cooling vents on the inhibitors.
This
Then
boss
hit it with
fight is-
everything you've got.
Dude, I just got sniped out of nowhere. One
Oh, you're all the way up there.
Yeah, maybe. No, those snipers up top there hit pretty hard, but I didn't think they would one-tap me.
We're just playing with this yellow bar, so you got time. Oh, yellow bar's down. Yeah, he just took, I didn't get any heavy from that yellow bar. Yep. Whoa! Oh!
So the thing caught him. Kill him. Here we go.
Yeah.
So we got 2 rockets I can
Attention.
use on him.
Neural net inhibitor offline. Core power levels rising. Continued fluctuations will result in
What
a
is
critical
he?
failure.
Do you know?
All
Answer?
personnel are advised to initiate safety
Hopefully he's got a golden gun on.
Remember, a safe work environment is a happy work environment.
Okay.
Already gone. Power ammo whatsoever.
You got this, it's okay.
Yeah, the good news is I don't have super final stand, so...
Okay. Oh!
Shit.
Careful.
Yeah. Let me know how much time you got. I
20.
might just sit right here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
With the inhibitor offline, the neural network
15.
is going crazy. I'll try to stabilize it. Defend the area.
Oh, ads.
It's alright. As long as I don't move, it should be good.
5. Wow.
Got it. Neural net is online and ready. Now for the inhibitor vent.
Oh. Where are you, dude?
The inhibitor vent is open.
Here comes
Ah! Grenade and heavy just went flying by him.
Core power levels approaching critical overload. Personnel are recommended to evacuate.
More ads, more ads. Where is he?
Oh shit. Fuck. What was I thinking there? He's coming. That boss is coming.
Damn it!
Yeah, see, that's what you get caught up in the air and that's it. Shit.
No.
You get blueberry wasn't gonna make it.
Great work. Get to the core before it goes critical. It's time to forge a new Valkyrie.
Oh shit, shit, shit. No, 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 no. No, he's like killing ads.
Really use the Valkyrie right
Oh, and he's trying to push me off.
Kind of. But the Valkyrie is ready. All right. I need you to throw the Valkyrie into the core and force a full meltdown.
I was, oh my gosh.
Oh, this guy's going down.
Good job. Now go get the other guy.
Did he go in Viz?
Yep.
Oh, so he actually knows what he's doing.
Oh man, I didn't know I was out in the open.
I just got my Crimson Masterworked. My first catalyst completed. It's got almost 100% range on it. Alright. Good things are happening.
No.
The Valkyrie's been successfully charged, but it looks like we may have shut down the facility in the process.
Matthew, you also shut down Rasputin's defenses. I'm taunting you a direct path to Seoul. You gotta move.
Oh, heavy. I'm going for it. Oh, it's not a smart idea. Oh, snakies. Do you have the blueberry next to you? Okay.
I don't know where he is.
Alright, here we go. So you got to basically get 1,000 kills with the Crimson to complete the masterwork.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 1,000 critical. I think they're critical kills, even that. I'm not sure, but
I'm only at like 37% on mine.
yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's PvE or PvP?
I'm not sure.
Anyway.
I think it's either one. It's like a 361.
Okay, let's try this again.
I guess we'll infuse that and see what happens. Okay, here we go.
Dude, what's going on? Character's just like floating around.
I've never seen anything so powerful. Be careful.
I'm almost out of ammo. Here come more ads. Oh. Yeah, I just saw one drop from you too. Well, the thing though, it's right in front of him. I'm gonna grab this. Ooh. He's coming in right now.
Javelin is online and ready.
Yep, I got it. Can you back up, please? I need to make my daughter something to eat really fast. Thanks.
No! No! Damn it. Oh, okay.
Auxiliary power has connected. Get to a node and power up the javelin.
Keep fighting.
Javelin is online and ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Shit.
Yeah.
Javelin is online and ready.
Keep fighting.
Oh my god.
I don't see anything. Did he already go forward?
Yeah, he must have.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're still... Oh, shit.
Yeah, just keep going. It's fine. Oh no, he didn't.
That's
strange.
weird.
Now I can't summon my sparrow. Well, I'll never make it past the game.
There's no ads here either. I'm gonna try and run through as fast as I can before they despawn.
Oh, there's got to be some sort of glitch. Hopefully we get credit for the strike.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I can't even get my sparrow. I'm having to run through this part. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
Is it pulling you through yet?
No,
Hmm.
It says I'm
Yeah,
last guardian standing.
the big guy's not even... Yeah?
Oh shit. That's very interesting. Okay, let's see where it
I
puts
wonder
us.
where it's gonna put us, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah?
Sorry, Blueberry. Yeah. Oh my god, get up there. Thank you. Okay.
Checking now.
I think
Done,
he
done,
probably
done.
ran forward. Alright. So I'm gonna hit him with a rocket and Dawnblade.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get him to...
Eververse is at your service.
Damn it, he budged.
Whoa.
Come see me again, Guardian.
Ah. That was stupid.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Like a rose. Whatever a rose is.
This city is all that we have. If we abandon it, what's left?
Alright. Well, we got a big chunk of his health down, so... Oh, come on. Didn't even touch that thing. Oh, watch it, dude, watch it. Oh, great. Yeah, just stay safe. I got 10 seconds. It's good. Where's our other guy at? What's he doing? Can't see him.
He's killing us.
I got you. Good to go. Lasers come back on. Oh, that's why. Alright, so
You
listen,
know,
what we
he
need to
does.
do is go to the left side. This guy's probably gonna jump around and do whatever, but if we stay on the left side, oh, we should be good. We should have super after
Oh. I got locked out.
oh shit.
Ah. Yeah, right? We will always associate the DFA with this strike now. Yep. I gotta check this phone call. I'll be right back.
Yep, I hear you. Oh, I see. Okay, I was wondering why we were doing this campaign. Yeah. No, not yet. We haven't really giving it a good effort at all. We've been able to get to the final boss fight, but that's where we've stopped. So far, there's only been about 16 teams worldwide that have beat that last part. 16, yeah. So it's pretty hard, basically. I mean, you're way underpowered, and it's very mechanic heavy. So yeah, it's heavy. It's high. It's heavy mechanics, tons of ads, lots of yellow bars, and yeah, underleveled. So it takes a top-notch team firing on all cylinders to really beat it. So we got all the way to near the end. I haven't even attempted the final boss fight. We got a couple of drops from it, and that's good enough for now. I mean, I don't need to have it beat the first week. I'll try to get my light level up to at least 370, 373, because at 373 is when the ads, the red ads, the low ads, won't have that downward arrow, meaning that they're overpowered. So 373 is when that occurs. So let me see what Sleeper Simulant does to this guy. I just got it. I just got it like 10 minutes ago. It's a lot of steps. It's very similar to, I'm not sure which one it would be. Like going around collecting calcified fragments. Like you got to watch YouTube videos and all that good stuff. I'm not sure. Oh, there's just, I mean, you got to do a whole bunch of stuff. You got to do 5 heroic strikes, and you know how heroic strikes are right now. They're a bit hard, but you have to do it kind of handicapped because you have to use their hand cannon. You have to have it equipped, so your energy slot is taken up with that. So you're really just using your heavy and your primary against most of all the ads that you're doing, and you have to do that the whole time. Then you got to go around finding these things called stems, accumulating stems by just doing public events and things like that. But you got to get like 4. Let's see, what's 15 times 4? 60. You have to get 60 of them. So basically, you have to go do 60 public events. And then once you get that, you turn 4 of those in at a time to do a sleeper node. What else do you have to do? Yeah, it's long. It'll take you probably close to a day to do that. I will... Hey. 1. I took him out of his super. I took him out of his super. Can't take any more damage. I'm not much of a Crucible player, but I hear the Graviton Lance is doing real well. There's other things that are doing really well right now too. I'll leave the rest to you. Yeah, I have one of each. I've always had one of each, and it just keeps it interesting. Oh no, that's I like watching these cutscenes. I don't mind. It's been a while. 6 months. Yeah, I wish there were daily mission, daily bounties. I used to do those all the time, religiously.
What's your light level right now?
Yeah, well, currently 363, but I can get as high as 366, maybe. Which one?
No, get high as 366.
Oh yeah, because I anticipated that the raid was going to be pretty hard, so I infused most of my higher light level items into my raid gear, and I'm not currently wearing the raid gear. I don't have everything. It's not maxed out. I was trying to.
How's the first part for the raid? You know, how was it? Do a couple of the first
It's again mechanic heavy, but it's not hard. You know, like the very first room, there are 4 pillars, or basically plates. There are a couple of debuffs involved. There's an orb that the players can throw around. So basically, you have to charge the orb up, and the way you charge the orb up is to stand on a plate for a certain amount of time, but you can't stand there for too long, because you have to throw that orb to the next person across the room, and those 4 people that are on the plates will just throw that ball to each other in a circular pattern until that orb builds up enough charge, and once it builds up enough charge, you throw it at a center target to do damage, and you have to do that 3 times. It's, you know, the hard part though is there are a lot of ads that are coming out the whole time, yellow bars, centurions, and you have to stay alive. And you know, the other 2 people who are not on plates, they're primarily, you know, on ad control, and you just got to call out if centurions, or you're having trouble with a centurion, and get some help on it. But yeah, you just throw the ball around in a circle 3 times, charge it up, throw it in the middle, and then you're done. And then there's the second part is a jumping puzzle. There's some, yeah, there's you know, Bungie raids always involve jumping puzzles. So there's these huge fan blade looking objects that you jump on, and so far we've only found 1 chest, but I'm sure there's more chests in this huge area. And then you get to the final, and then pretty much after that jumping puzzle, you get to the final room. Now the final room has 2 parts to it. The first part is the only part that we've completed so far. We haven't done the final boss fight to it. It's a short raid, like the Eater of Worlds is short. The first phase of the boss fight, again, took us a little while to figure it out, but it's not hard. You Again, this time there are 3 plates. Players stand on the plates to generate a portal, allowing a player to be shot up into space. That player looks around to see because there are some Cabal attack ships in the vicinity. They look at to see which attack ship has a symbol on it, that's a targeted ship. They call out that symbol, and they go back down into the ship. There's an orb that appears. They pick up the orb. They have to charge the orb, and then depending on which symbol was called, you have to go to the door that's associated with that symbol and throw that charged orb into the middle of the targets inside the door. You do that. Well, after you do that, now you have to take an orb, go charge another orb, and take it up into space, and throw the orb at the ship that had the target on it, the symbol on it. And you do that 3 times. But of course, the whole time that this is going on, there's ads coming out of every which way, that are, harder to kill than usual. So far, it's still pretty early. I mean, I've only gone into this raid 3 times. I haven't seen anything like really stand out, but of course, tethers are awesome for the ad control part. The second part of the boss fight, which requires a lot of DPS, it seems like it would make sense to be a Celestial Nighthawk for that part. Titans, the Solar Titans have the melting point for their melee attack, and you definitely want to use that, because every video that I've seen bits and clips of, there's some Titan jumping in to do a melee he gets stomped, of course, when he delivers the melee, and he gets sent backwards. As he's flying backward, he pops his super and he's throwing hammers at the boss the whole time. So you definitely want to involve Titans and Hunters. Yeah, your Solar Titan. Defender Titan, Sentinel Titan with the bubble. I'm sure there's a use for it. Well, we actually talked about it because we were, in the part 1 of the boss room, not the boss fight, but the first part. It involves standing on the symbol plate, which opens the door. But while you're standing on that plate, ads are attacking you the whole time. So we talked about putting up a defender bubble just to stay alive while we're activating the plates.
Take a look.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Just depends on yeah, still early, still working out the kinks. I mean, I'm still figuring out how to navigate the jump puzzle right now. Just to get through the first part, I mean, you can get in there. I started day 1. I started at 356, 360, right around 360. I'd say right around 360. So if you're right around 360, you can get through to the first part of the boss fight. But after that, if you want to beat the boss fight, I don't know what it takes to beat the boss fight because I haven't done it yet. But it seems like 373 would be a good starting place, just because that's when the ads are at your level.
Back from the hunt, I see.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's their own
You never know.
their own fault for making so many bad decisions. I mean, it seems like for every step forward that they made, they took 4 or 5 steps backwards.
The data ends with us. That fate is terrible to comprehend.
Yeah, I mean, they just, it was short-sighted of them to not keep in mind that we were Destiny 1 players at the end of Destiny 1. golden age of Destiny 1 where we had access to all the weapons, we had access to all the supers, we had access to exotic swords, sleeper simulants, and everything was advertised. Raids were available. We did all the raids every single day, and all of a sudden we go to Destiny 2, and the characters move slower, the supers charge slower. We didn't have any exotic swords. We just didn't really feel that powerful. The gameplay, the storyline was short. Leveling up was stupid easy. I mean, Tex in my clan, he leveled up 7 warlocks, 7 characters, and it took a matter of like half a day to max out a character. And then after you're done, there's really wasn't not a whole lot to do. And of course, they changed the Crucible so much. The Crucible players didn't like that very much, and many of them bailed because of that. Yeah.
We live in dangerous times, Guardian. I hope you have something.
Who made the decision to go 4 versus 4? They were probably more of a player like myself, because to me, as a non-PvP player, I actually felt like, okay, I can, I can work my way around here and just not get shot from every different direction as soon as I spawn, or as soon as I step out somewhere. It was less overwhelming for me with 4v4 as opposed to 6 versus 6 situation. But yeah, there was just a lot of missteps, so many missteps. I mean, one that's just a prime example, the Ludapalooza key. Are you familiar with what that is? Okay. Sounds like an awesome idea. Sounds like an awesome idea. You do the raid and this is a rare drop that you get this key called a Ludapalooza. You bring it back to the tower. You round up a bunch of your friends. You go find these, I think they're chests or whatever. You find certain things on the map that are hidden, and then you go back to Future Warco and you have a dance party. We got characters that can dance, and then the whole time you're dancing, there's a chest that's supposed to spit out loot for you. But you know what? All it gives you is like glimmer. That's it. Glimmer. That's all you get. I don't remember. I've done like 2 or 3 of them. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so disappointing. That's like getting a present and opening it up and finding nothing in there. Like how can they drop the ball on that? Yeah, I've done the raid. Let's see, just the Leviathan raid. I probably have about 400 raid. No, that's a little too much. Let's just say 250 completions right now. And of those 250 completions, I only have 3 of those Ludapalooza keys. They're pretty rare. There you go. And so the rarity of them would kind of insinuate that they give you some good shit, but they don't. It's a waste. If anything, it's a waste of time. It's a joke. It's just a slap in the face. One of my clan members, I think that was one of the nails in the coffins when after he did that Ludapalooza, he pretty much just put up Destiny 2 for good and went to Fortnite for like several days after that Ludapalooza incident. The Ludapalooza incident. Oh yeah. There's not enough people? Oh. Oh no. Yeah, there are many aspects that were pretty disappointing. Let's see. What would be disappointing? I mean, Firefly to Dragonfly. Although Dragonfly now is better, but for 6 months we had what do you call it? The Fatebringer. An exotic version of the Fatebringer at that. You know, with explosive rounds and Firefly, and then they cut that off and they give us Dragonfly. And the variety in the weapons, I think the variety in the weapons, I mean, in the beginning, I think everyone just gravitated to certain weapons, and there just wasn't a lot of variation in the gunplay, even on PvE aspect side of things. I mean, we had on the topic of rocket launchers, you know, we had rocket launchers like the Gallowhorn. Heck, let's not even talk about the exotic rockets. Let's just talk about the legendary rockets. We had rockets that can fire 6 rockets with tracking. And then we get to Destiny 2 and we're shooting rockets that are 1 rocket at a time. There's no tracking. No tracking. Yeah, I mean there are some that have tracking, but the tracking is not very good, or not worth switching over to from cluster bomb rockets. That one had tracking. Aggressive. Yeah, it was an exotic. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, towards the end, they nerfed it where it only had 1 rocket. You could only shoot 1 before you had to reload, because it was just so crazy. I mean, like, you can see a rocket when some videos I've seen. This rocket would just make a 180 degree turn and go the opposite direction, chasing something. The truth. That was it. The truth. The truth. I mean, those that stuck around like myself, I definitely like the new changes that are coming, that have been implemented, and things that they say are coming up in the future. So I'll definitely be around. But for those that have turned their back on Destiny, I don't know if these changes are enough to attract people back. Yeah. it's time to branch out then. Make some new friends. You got a Crimson what? Oh, Crimson Catalyst? Okay, I just completed the Crimson Catalyst, like literally like 30 minutes ago. It took over 1,000. It took 1,000 kills with that thing to get it, to complete it. Yeah, because when you complete it, you get the tracker, the counter number, and I had 1,013. So I'm assuming it was 1,000 kills there.
I hear you. It was long.
Yeah, it just bumps up it gives it a pretty good chunk. I'd say like a 20%, 20 or more percentage of the range. The weapon itself, the weapon itself without the masterwork is actually pretty fun. I'm not sure if you got 800 kills on it. You know what it feels like. You just yeah, I enjoyed using the Crimson, just running around and just
Whisper to the void.
hitting on, just stay at 20.
Shoving it down in 3, 2, 1.
I don't.
Amanda's newest project is in
Am I cutting up? Oh yeah, I am cutting up probably. Yeah, this controller. I don't know why this Guff controller has such terrible range. I'm gonna switch controllers. Yeah, I was just saying that I think they bumped up the amount of ammo that you can have in reserve on that Crimson. Because I remember initially playing with it that running out of ammo was kind of a big problem. And not once in the 1,000 kills that it took to make it masterwork did I run out of ammo.
I think I have something you would like.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. I don't know. Well, take your time and just enjoy it. It's I'm not sure about the milestones on Two Titans. I mean, just like you mentioned, like I think they dropped down the numbers a little bit on the second and third character. I'm not sure about the raid. The raid does definitely, if you know, people when you're leveling up, when you first level up, people seem to get stuck at like 345, 350, and that's when you hit the raid, and it'll boost you up to almost 360. Yep, it'll get you up to close to 360. All right, I've got to go do something real quick. I got to go run out to the auto zone and get a replacement tail light. No problem, man. No problem. Yeah, it'll probably take me about half an hour to an hour to get this tail light replaced, and then I'll be back on. Okay. All right. All right. No problem. Bye. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, Ranger.